This has been the most losing NBA season of all time. This is the first time in NBA history that 8 different teams have 50 plus losses. There are 4 teams with 60 plus losses, and people still try to say tanking isn't a problem in the NBA. It is insanity.
Oh my goodness! Jordan Clarkson almost came in my lap.
Now, why are there so many losing teams this season? Well, there are a variety of factors here. The first being the most obvious one. Teams are trying to tank for a top pick in a stacked draft class. This is the most tanking we have seen in 80 years. In a draft class with talents like AJ Dembele, Darren Peterson, and a Nepo baby with talent, it's not too surprising. But it has still been terrible to watch. We literally saw the Jazz winning a game by 15 plus just to sub out all of their starters and not play them again in the game, to intentionally lose. We saw the Wizards doing the same exact thing. They shut down Trae Young and Anthony Davis this entire season just to tank. For God's sakes, they're so bad that Bam Adebayo dropped 83 points on them.
I know what it's like to be in that mode. As people can see, it's not easy to get 80. But
that is insane. We saw the Sacramento Kings fouling while ahead intentionally just to lose the game. Just for them to get investigated by the NBA. Just for the NBA to say, hey, there wasn't tanking here. The Sacramento Kings head coach is just really bad at his job. Now, I don't know what is worse. Hearing that you're tanking or hearing that your coach is just really stupid. Honestly. Then you have teams like the Pelicans where you get Zion Williamson, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, at one point CJ McCollum, DeJounte Murray. They had all this talent. 50-loss season. And then you look at the Bulls, who were on the road to the play-in, again, their favorite place in the world, just for them to fire their GM, who in fairness is probably the worst GM in the league other than Nico Harrison. And then they began to
Why shouldn't you be fired?
Then there's the Bucks, who shut down Giannis for the entire season, which if he had an injury, that's understandable. Just for that same day, Giannis to come out and say, I'm not injured at all. I'm fully healthy and ready to play. So the NBA investigates that. And then the Bucks respond saying that he refused to show up to a practice. And that's why we're not playing him. Just for that same day, Giannis to come out and say, I have never not shown up for a practice in my career. Now, Doc Rivers has quit and announced his retirement, which, understandable. He is probably the most overrated and underrated head coach at the same time. I've never seen a championship talked about more than the one Doc Rivers won with a super team. Not to mention he's blown more 3-1 leads than anybody in NBA history, but has always still secured a job in the NBA. That doesn't change the fact that the Bucks are just obviously tanking now to get the best pick value they can. Then you have a team like the Kings, with talent like Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Domantas Sabonis, Keegan Murray, Russell Westbrook, bam, 60-loss team. Then you get the Indiana Pacers, who were in the finals last season. Now, 60-loss team. The Brooklyn Nets, they suck. Can't really say much about them. The Grizzlies, they traded Jaren Jackson Jr., shut down Ja, and began their tank job. Dallas, they suck. You know, they traded Anthony Davis for Chris Middleton. Great idea. Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. Another great idea. Just, I don't expect anything from Dallas. They're just a bad team in general. And it's not like Wembanyama's in this draft class. We didn't see this much tanking when Wembanyama was a prospect or when LeBron was a prospect. There has not been this much tanking in the NBA ever. It is as if Michael Jordan is in this draft class. There has to be teams that believe that the next great player of all time is in this draft class, because I've never seen it, and nobody ever has seen tanking this bad. Now, the NBA has offered many different ways that they're going to try to solve this. They could restructure the draft or get rid of the draft or do this or that. But truthfully, everybody can agree none of the ways Adam Silver mentioned seem like a great idea or like it's going to solve anything at all. So it's really just waiting to see what's going to happen and how many of these teams and fan bases are going to be pissed when they get the 5th pick or the 6th pick in the draft despite only winning 8 games this season or something like that. I don't know. It's all ridiculous, but that's all I got for you today. Please like and subscribe if you stayed the whole way through. I really appreciate it.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.